All right, what do you got, Chloe? Politics. Damn, those tanks using steam engines? Jeez. Explain yourself, General Vander. Why is a division of the Imperial Army at our literal doorstep? Does the Empire truly forget the pacts it signed so quickly? General Morgan, I am one who will like an explanation. What are you? For the past 24 hours or more, orbits all across the southern marches of His Majesty's domain have ceased to function. And at the exact same time, it seems a massive, hair-horned, unknown structure appears above your Valeria Lake. Now I ask you, Morgan, what's going on? It's just as you say. We are as confused as anyone else about this situation. So it would seem. But your situation is, as I said, affecting a large sway of Imperial territory. Given that, you know full well why I'm here, General. We're to try and raise a stallion above us while we're weak, then. We intend nothing of the sort. We are given the understanding that a criminal organization of some sort has been taking advantage of the situation. All we wish to see is if we can be of aid to whom we have signed a non-aggression pact with. Those are orders I received from the Imperial government. Nonsense, what are those tanks doing here then? I've never heard of a tank that runs on steam and combustion until now. How is it that you suddenly have these tanks which conveniently require no orbital power? That is a military secret. I would think you would welcome us though, Morgan. These vehicles are perfectly suited for helping to keep the peace. In liberal, that is, while this crisis runs its course. You understand my meaning, yes? We deeply appreciate your thoughtfulness. Yo! Hey, cool. She has like military garb now. Yo, impossible. Your Highness, what are you? Bargain, well done. Please leave the rest to me. Uh-oh. But Your Highness. And what are they doing here? We are the royal bodyguards, sort of, temporarily. Should the worst happen, we'll protect Claudia, we swear. Huh. I may be experienced as a negotiator. This is, however, the proper time for me to step forward and assume my duties as heir. Morgan, please. Oops. Damn it! As you wish, Your Highness. Just keep in mind what you're doing out there and parley with my princess. If anything happens, be ready to run for the gate. It seems I'll be trading vows with someone else now, huh? I'm afraid I don't recognize you, though your bearing is quite noble. This is the first time we have met, sir. I am Claudia von Elise, Princess of Liberal, granddaughter to the Queen, and newly invested heir to the throne. Gah! Forgive my impertinence, Your Highness. I am Zaysfonder, Your Highness, Lieutenant General of the 3rd Division of the Imperial Army. Yes, your word. Word of your accomplishments in battle has reached even thus, General Vander. Oh man. Yep, that one-eyed Zex. He has one of the best field commanders Erebonia has. If I may be so bold, Your Highness, I have actually seen pictures of you before. Have you cut your hair recently? Now that I look, your face is familiar, but... it is embarrassing. I cut it from the investing ceremony. Consider it a little girl's way of showing her resolve to take up a burden too heavy for her. Hardly, Princess Claudia. You look very good on. It looks very good on you. If I may be forward, allow the servant of their empire to congratulate you on becoming the heir to their throne. Thank you, General. Well then, what brings the Princess of Liberal here? Are you to raise protest against us like a good colleague Morgan? No, this is not my intent. I'm sure that our neighbors in Erebonia must be terrified at the moment. The darkness at night, the cold, complete shutdown of the communications. Believe me, I know how any one of these could inspire Terran people. What I ask for you is to consider your actions. Consider what would happen if you forced his war to enter our country. You say that these large portions of the Empire are disordered at the moment. I assume you were in every party liberal. It is worse. And while we are no longer bare Erebonian, ill will against any of our citizens are agitated and afraid. I cannot bear it if the good intentions of our allies were misunderstood. As you can see, we are investigating these strange events as quickly as we are able. Furthermore, we have managed to suppress most of the activities of the aforementioned criminal group on our own. And so I ask, for the sake of the continued friendship between Erebonia and Liberal, a relationship we value highly. Give us a little more time, General. We will make this right. Pretty words, but they are less sound and fury. Simply nothing. Signify nothing. Oh my, what do we got? Your Highness. I shall take the reins. You are relieved, General. Damn, we got nobility all over the place. Huh. Can't be. You have got to be shitting me. I believe this is our first formal acquaintance, Princess Claudia. I am Olvert Weinranner, a son of His Majesty, Emperor Egon III. Turn it down just a tad. One of the sons, he's an Imperial Prince, huh? Okay. Hold on, gonna clear my throat. Sierra, did you know about this? You're kidding, right? I thought he was some sort of agent for Imperial intelligence. Overt Revis Anor. I recognize his name, but I don't know the man. Aha, even though I am prince, I am little more than a royal bastard. I rarely attend to public matters of state, so I am unsurprised you do not know of my face. It does sting a little, though, I fear. For the lovely girl who was once to be my bride to not even know thy face, an arrow, my heart. Oh boy. Ah, there are no other words. I'm sorry, I was unaware. Allow me to apologize for the slight against you. Well, I do understand it was conducted without the Queen's consent. That sort of slight we can't overlook. But this? No, Erebona cannot overlook this. Oh. My enchanting princess. Are you aware, I wonder, of a little rumor making its rounds across our great empire? I don't believe I am. Allow me to tell you then. Rumor has it that this immense structure in the distance is Liberal's new weapon. Oh my. Liberal has developed a groundbreaking new weapon that allows them to stop orbital energy. They intend to use it to make us pay for the war 10 years ago. It is a rumor which finds fertile ground in the ears of our citizens and the leadership. It can't be. That's absolutely untrue. We would never. Then can you prove it? Yes, prove that it is a misunderstanding. Huh. If you cannot, then we must act upon the evidence of our senses. Indeed, if rumors are true, this is a monstrous betrayal of all civilization, using the pact to hide your intentions. What choice do we have, then, but to be defenders of the free world? Okay, what the hell is this, Oliver? Huh. I can't just stand here listening to you banter on as you please. Oliver, you know damn well just what's going on here. Why are you being such a jerk? Yeah, wait. Have we met? You mean, you seem to know me, even though you did not get the name quite right. Did we meet at a party once? Huh. No, you lack the refinement of nobility. Yes, no matter how I look at you, you must be nothing more than a commoner. So who are you? Okay, fine then. You want to play dumb no matter what? You aren't the only one who can bust out a surprise. Oh? My name is Estelle Bright. I am a B-rank bracer of the Bracer Liberal Guild of Liberal. In accordance with the laws of the guild, I am involving myself in the dispute as a neutral arbitrator. Estelle. Ah, I see you're a bracer. B-rank, huh? That would make you a veteran bracer who could be trusted with the aberration of the scope, but... Tried to say you can't trust a bracer's world, Prince Albert? Not at all, forgive me. So what do you intend to do in our little situation, neutral arbitrator? From the evidence, I judge that Erebonia's claim is false. The floating silly is not a liberal weapon. I swear it on the honor of the Bracers Guild supporting Gauntlet. Ooh, on the honor of the guild's emblem itself, a bold statement. Certainly a statement of the Bracer Guild holds enough weight that it cannot be ignored outright, however. I shall pose the same question to you then, Mrs. Bright. What is the evidence of this claim? Evidence? What we've seen for ourselves. The group which has made the floating city appear is the Criminal Society of Oberos, which is still operating in Liberal. We of the Guild have been cooperating with the Royal Army to try and put a stop to the Society's operations. Heck, if you like, we can have records of everything forwarded to the Liberal government. That would certainly satisfy our lead for evidence against Liberal's possible manifesti. However, you have, I think, missed a key point, Mrs. Bright. Huh. Assuming then that the perpetrators are the Society of Oberos, are Liberal and the Guild capable of putting a stop to the crisis? Well, if you do not, then the Empire will not sit here wringing its hands. The weaponry we have brought, including the cannons of our tanks, all use gunpowder. Would that not be perfect for laying in siege to and destroying the little rogue city of yours? You gotta be joking, man. What cannons do something that big? You never know until you try, Mrs. Bright. Regardless, I could say one thing for sure. You do not have the ability to put a stop to our goodwill, or our need to defend ourselves. Oh boy. Well then, Prince Olvert, would action satisfy? If we can prove that we can, even in these circumstances, do something about the city, would you give us time to do so? Well, I suppose that for some time, at least, civility would force our hand, huh? Chibi, thanks for the follow. My prince. Calm down, General. Consider it a bare minimum of courtesy to a minor power we have a pact with. This assumes they can't even prove anything. As you wish. So then, if you can show me you have some hope of stopping all this, our forces will withdraw. On the crest of the Golden Stallion and my name as member of the Honor Family, I swear it. Oh boy, that came through loud and clear. Gasp. Yo, that voice? Who is that? Now you're kidding me. Dad? Yo, Dad's coming. Oh, please jump. Please jump from the sky to the floor. I want to see him acting hella badass. Hey. Okay, well, I can jump from there. That's fine, too. This is our proof, men of Erebonia. Feel free to feast your eyes upon it. Huh. Hi, Dad. Cassius Bright! It's been a while, Zex. They finally gave you a second star, I see. That's beside the point. Why are you here, and what is that ship? How is it capable of flying? That's unfortunately, it's a national secret. Rather like those steam tanks of yours, I would say. Gah. So this is the Arstel, is it? And you must be the famed Cassius Bright. I believe this is the first time we have an audience, Your Highness. Strange, though. I feel as if we've met somewhere before. How curious, Mr. Bright. I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, how very curious. Isn't it, though? My prince! Mrs. Bright, Princess Claudia, I am a proud member of the Erebonian Imperial family. I will keep my word. General, have all of our forces withdraw from the area immediately. Hey. You have our gratitude, Prince Olvert. Still, though, my dear citizens will doubtless not be satisfied with the mere possibility of being presented to them. Perhaps I could board the Arstil and observe for myself. Well, Princess Olvert! A good idea. I'm sure everyone in the Imperial government would be satisfied with the prince as a witness. Princess Claudia, shall we? Of course, I see no reason to object. I'm sure this will only further strengthen the bond of friendship between Erebonia and Liberal. Welcome aboard, Princess Olvert. Damn, Princess Olvert! What have you done? You're finally striding onto the public stage for the first time in ages, and you engage in this charade. I suppose we were too transparent at the end, Transparent like air. To think that a prince of the Empire would plan something like this. Like this in Liberal. Mulier, how could you let this happen? Forgive me, Uncle. But do you really think this idiot would listen even if I asked him to stop? Oh boy. Besides, there are elements of this which do not sit easily on my conscience. I learned all about the truth behind Hamel during this mess. Gah, man. So you did know. Huh, how could we not know? Even back then, he was a critical part of the military chain of command. Ah, my shame. Oh no, Zex, I do not blame you. It was a subsection of the Warhawks. I know you had nothing to do with it. A scandal so vile that information about it had to be tightly controlled. I do not agree with the logic, but I understand it. Seal up that which stinks and bury it forever. Those who rule remain in power, unblemished. However, I cannot allow the same trick to be played twice. Prince. Zex, you realize it to yourself, I'm sure. The incredibly virtuous addition of these steam tanks to our arsenal, the convenient orders to sort. Every bit of it has the fingerprints of the blood and Iron Chancellor himself, Gilead Osborne. What art? He's in contact with Uberos. I no longer doubt it. And personally, I find the idea of a Chancellor whose first loyalty is not to the Empire rather repugnant. Don't you? My prince, you can't possibly. Heh, but I do indeed. The former military man who has become the Empire's central politician after rising to prominence 10 years ago. The cold-blooded yet bold reformer who laid rails through the Empire and has annexed many of our neighbors through the force of arms. I have decided to slay that beloved monster, which has made its nest into our Empire. You may call all of this my declaration of war. Unbelievable. My prince, do you even realize what you're attempting to accomplish? I'd like to tell myself I do, at least. Yes, he is not only politically strong, but he has de facto control of easily 7/10 of the military. Putting aside neutral people like yourself, all who stand against him are the nation's feudal lords, and their influence weakens by the day. Worse still, my father's trust in him is nearly absolute. The very picture of a monster, I would say. Then why are we... Well, isn't it not obvious? Because the way he acts is not beautiful. Wow. His eyes were open as I traveled liberal. Or my eyes were open as I traveled liberal. People and countries are their greatest when they are proud of themselves. And I wish for my people, my fatherland, to feel the same pride, to be proud of accomplishments, not conquests. I hope you can understand, Zex. My prince, you become quite the man. As they say, only an unwatched pot will boil. It's been 7 years since you took me under your wing to teach me of what you knew, Zex. I simply learned to apply what you taught when you weren't looking. Wow. Very well, I'll pull my horses back. I must remind you, however, that the 3rd Division was merely the vanguard. Osborne is mustering another 10 divisions in the capital. 3 days, and then they'll march. That's your deadline. Yep. Yeah, we'll act with all haste, Zex. Muller, you're going with Prince Alfred, I take it? If things go poorly, bring him back, even if you have to drag him by his collar. I imagine I'd have to do so either way. Damn that army. Men, fall out! We are withdrawing to Parm. There we will await new orders. Yes, sir! Jeez. And there they go, man. And so we managed to buy ourselves a little bit of time, at least. Really, though, no one trusts me. It seems my lamentations are ceaseless. Of course they don't, you nitwit. Even I didn't think you had something like this in you. As they say, if you're going to play your cards, throw in all your chips. Besides, you certainly did a good job in arranging all the pieces. You could say we are partners in crime, confederates of love, bees of a flower who has shared of their sweetest honey. I am armed, Albert. Yo, frickin' Oliver. Estelle, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done in my tired butt. Would you please explain what the hell's going on? Why, it's exactly as it looks. There was something rotten in the state of Arabonia. I simply dragged it onto the stage. And the rest of us couldn't get a peek at the script. As they truly say, if you wish to deceive your foes, deceive your friends. Having the still show up after you negotiate us into a corner. That was the plan Cassius Bright and I came up with. Really? Dad and Oliver, I should have known. Once Dad showed up, I thought that might be it. That was the idea, at least. Hey, Dad. How you doing? And here comes the deceitful jerk number 2. That's a little cruel, don't you think? I was listening by my phone. You handled those negotiations expertly. Thanks to you, the arrival of the R-Seal has all the impact it needed. Listening to my... What? Of course, an artifact of yours. My dear Shara, no more of that, please. It would be a little problematic if he heard about... Little too late on that one. On that score, Prince. Uh-oh. Kevin! Kevin's here too. And Julia. Your Highness, I heard about the attack on the capital. I am very glad to see you are safe. I'm sorry, Julia. I can only imagine how worried you must have been. Well, part of it is my fault. If I finished the R-Steel's upgrades, we could have come by to help out ourselves. Unfortunately, Zero Field reinforcing the most advanced airship in the world took a while, if you can believe it. Still, glad to see everyone's safe. Hey, hang on. How is the R-Seal flying? You made a Zero Field generator big enough for the entire ship? Yes, indeed. The ones I gave you were prototypes. I whipped up to help to design a large-scale version. I've been locked up in the R-Seal ever since you left, and now it's finally ready. So in other words, every last bit of this was set up by Dad. Oh, come on now. Don't say it like that, I'm a criminal. I simply did what I could to make it easy for you to act. You did this because you wanted to, yes? Well, technically, I guess, but... Oh, I don't get why you're here, though, Kevin. Alright, while I was at the cathedral, word came in from the Grouse Shooters higher-ups. They've been hitting the books. I think I've gotten a good picture of what kind of thing the Aureole is, and how it's in this mess. And once I told Cassie about this, I got hogtied and brought out here. What the Aureole is, huh? Yeah, so first of all, the Aureole isn't that floating city itself, really. We think it is an artifact within the city that provides the whole thing with orbital power and helps control the flow of it. The Gospels are basically like distribution thingies for it. Ancient power source for the city, huh? But then why is it causing all our orbits to shut down? Now we're getting into guesswork, but a couple of really good old legends talk about the Aureole striking down threats to the Chosen. Meaning all of our modern orbits are being seen like it as threats to the Chosen. And dispelling any possible threat in the area of influence. It's a defense mechanism, essentially. Yep, it seems extremely likely. And really, that gives us a ray of hope. Doing something about the entire city would be difficult at best due to its sheer size. But if we can find the actual Aureole somewhere within the city, we may be able to find a way to deal with it. That's the idea. That does sound like a plan, at least. Yeah, it seems as though our final goal is well set for us. We should board the R-Seal and make our way to Flying City in all haste. The R-Seal must come for the royal family. Princess, shall we? You don't need to ask. Captain Schwartz, prepare the R-Seal for launch. We are heading to the Flying City above Valeria Lake. At once. And my bracer friends, please everyone lend your aid to Liberal in our hour of need. This mission will likely be the last one of its crisis. Man, saying like this even with a question if we to go. Something we should leave up to our leader. Estelle's the leader? What? Estelle? You mean you, of course. What? I'm a leader. We all have our own stake in this, yes, but one way or another, we've just been tagging along in this wild ride of yours. So in that sense, Estelle, you're definitely our leader. Still not quite ready for it. No, she is. No matter how grim it gets, Estelle never loses hope. Except for that one time. That light is always there to guide me, to guide us. That's why only Stell could ever be our leader. Joshua, you're not helping. Face is all red as a beet. Cute. Okay, I get it. Chloe, the guild accepts your mission. We'll find Ariel on our flying city and save Liberal. Thank you. Good, that's finally settled. Now I can get back to the headquarters. Dad, you're not coming with us. I'm afraid I can't. They may have retreated for now, and I trust the Zex to keep his word, but we cannot ignore the larger Erebonian threat. It's not just a hack and gate, they could use the non-normal powered vessels to invade by sea. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Society attempts another raid on Gratzel. I can't leave the Royal Army with all this going on. Yeah, I get it. I'll do my best. With Joshua, with everyone. So Dad, try not to kill yourself at work, okay? It will be a struggle, but don't worry. And Joshua, let me give this to you. Ooh, a letter. A letter, huh? Call it a father's heart. It's between men, so it might be a little shocking for Estelle. Gentle reminder that I'm right here in Silverstaff. I'll read it when I have time, Dad. Please do. For the love of... I seriously do not get this guy's stuff. Don't be harsh, Estelle. I'm taking some time off once this is over. I tend to spend a lot of time at home once I can. Estelle, make sure we can all share some omelet rice then, alright? Uh-huh. You bet. And there we go. Off to the sky we go. Ah. Jeez. That's pretty crazy, though. Are you sure, Cassius? If you're that worried, you could have gone with them. No, it's fine. Iceman is even more dangerous than I thought he would be. If I accompanied them, that would simply be painting a target on their heads. Yes, if you were out in the open, he'd strike you at your ankle like the snake he is. The Prince of Flame, huh? The price of fame, huh? And it is maddeningly frustrating, let me tell you. Of course, this is also what we get gives us a chance to strike. A game of truth and lies as the two of you try to read the other, huh? Speaking of lies, do you think the Blood and Iron Chancellor will really hold back? As powerful as he is, he cannot gain staying north from Princess Olvert easily. As long as we don't give him any more of an opening, I think we'll be safe. I guess so. Everything rests upon the team aboard our still then. Yes. Lena and the great beloved Idios in the sky, shine down where your children must walk, please. That beneath the enormous sky, they might find the path they seek. Jeez. Welcome to the land of chaos, man. Time to save. Now let's actually see what's going to happen here, huh? What is going to happen right here?